Thank you, Mr. Speaker. After listening to this debate for a number of hours and technically a couple of days, I'd like to offer some comments, if I may, Mr. Speaker.
Please proceed, ma'am.
Thank you. A number of us are going to be forced to vote against this bill tonight for a variety of reasons. It is not because we are insensitive to the plight of legal immigrants. Most of us wouldn't be here but for them. I was told that 100 years ago, Santo Carpino came here from Italy by himself as a young man. Family of tailors, and settled in Brooklyn. The Periginis and the Catrones moved to the Bronx, and the Trombolis, well, they're from Sicily, and that's another story. And they struggled here, and they followed each and every rule because they were so proud to realize the American dream, and I thank them for that. Because the generation after them proudly served their country. And after that, community college. And now I have the luxury of being a member of the finest chamber in the United States and getting here to address you tonight. And I thank them for the opportunity to do that. And I respect that. And I think that is a gift for anybody who comes here. But there are real issues in the bill before us. And there are facts that have been glossed over way too many times in the last few hours. Anyone who truly understands the automobile insurance rules in this state know that this is a bogus premise to say that these licensed drivers are going to cause less accidents or increase safety on our roads. Drivers, vehicles, and uninsured motorist coverage mean things to the people who understand this and know that if we get folks with licenses, we can't force them to get insurance. We have proper citizens with licenses that don't insure their vehicles. What's going to make us think that these unknown number of individuals are suddenly going to have insurance? And let's talk about the costs, folks, because that budget is looming over us, so how can we ignore the 18 additional positions that are going to be needed with what I suspect is a very conservative number of individuals who are going to be flocking here? I agree with all of my colleagues. I think that number is far greater than we realize. Smoke and mirrors. I've heard it too many times in my short tenure here. And here's another example. A knowledge test in this bill. Knowledge of what, folks? The laws in the state of Connecticut? The rules of the road? How to operate a vehicle? The license insurance? I don't know the answers, and I suspect you don't know them either because they're not there. The proof. The residency requirements. Really? I need more documentation to get a cell phone. No photo ID. Things that can be emailed. And the residency requirement of 90 days can take longer to evict someone in the state of Connecticut, depending on the courthouse you happen to be sitting in. And a task force that has a predetermined outcome, because we're going to carry out the task force after we pass the bill. I don't see the logic, and I've sat here for hours. Terror is something that is unfortunately on our minds as of late, as it should be. And security is also an issue. The question of felons came up before, and we debated respectfully on both sides if felons in states other than Connecticut would have this opportunity. And the answer was very clearly stated that the bill says in Connecticut. So following that logic, if you come here in Stamford and apply, you are ineligible if you've committed a felony in White Plains. You are ineligible if you've committed a felony in White Plains versus Danbury. There's no logic here, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't make any sense. There is a right way to do things. And ladies and gentlemen, this isn't it.